Ahoy! We just got a little bit of a surprise. I did not expect this so soon. The Transmog patch is going live much sooner than I expected. I thought it was going to be at the end of the month, but is in fact on August 21. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what will happen and how this will work, since there are a few extra explanations in the post they made about this. So the downtime for this will begin at 5 AM PT, 12 PM UTC, and last approximately 1 hour, which sounds like most of the stuff for Transmog is actually already in the game, and they're just switching it on from what I can tell, because usually the patches are a little bit longer than this. They say use consumable Transmog tokens to capture the appearance of any gear collected in the world and then transform it into a usable skin for your cosmetic collection. Now, there are a few extra instructions here. If you've already seen the first video they made about this, or the one where I talked about this, you know how the Stylemancer part here works. So basically the Stylemancer is the place where you can unlock the gear with Transmog tokens, but all of the gear that you collect gets added to your Transmog collection. It all is in this window if you've ever picked up the look, and you can scrap the item and you will keep the look anyways. So once you have one item with this look, all of this is unlocked forever basically, but it's only unlocked in the shop to then use a Transmog token on it in order to fully unlock it, to be able to use it. Now, the appearance of almost any weapon, tool, and armor can be converted into a skin for 1 Transmog token. However, Transmog tokens cannot be spent on Twitch drops, Prime Gaming loot, leaderboard reward skins, and in-game store items, since they're already available skins. New icons will identify the source of each item for your convenience. Some items like leaderboard reward skins will not appear on the Transmog screen, which again kind of makes sense. That's a separate system. Any item that was in your inventory following the release of Transmog can have its appearance captured, even if you no longer own it. Once confirmed, the skin will now appear in the Change Skin menu as a skin option. Transmog skins will be available forever account-wide, regardless of ownership status of the original gear piece. This is also interesting, so you don't have to re-farm on a different character. You can sort through the menu by name, source, owned versus unowned, captured versus uncaptured, full sets versus partial sets. It includes the option to apply appearances available from the matching set, so you can quickly change the entire outfit, and Transmog factor, tier of the gear. I think especially the partial sets is nice, because then you can look for the partial sets and you can just find out which pieces you're still missing, what you need to complete a set. And we have the explanation here for Transmog tokens. You can use the Transmog tokens at the stations, the Stylomancers, to capture the appearance of any item in your inventory. It does say in your inventory, but that's not effectively quite true, because it is what unlocks it for you to use on a skin, rather. Because the Transmog token is not needed for the appearance to be captured in the collection, as far as I'm aware, as far as I've told us. So this is kind of a bit confusing in terms of wording here. But yeah, they say the capture skin will then appear as an item that can be applied to another skin in the Change Skin menu. So that's really where it comes from more. I think they're using the word capture here to express that that's when you are able to actually equip it. So each skin capture will cost 1 Transmog token. Again, this is not the snapshot of it being added to this like whole Stylomancer system, but being able to use it. Your current amount of Transmog will be visible in the menu. And then we have how to get Transmog tokens. First of all, you can get it through the free season pass. You get one at level 15, 50, and 100 for a total of 3 tokens. They do mention the premium pass down here with 1 token at 7, 18, 65, 75, 85 for a total of 5, so that's a total of 8. But then you can get it from elite chests, with some restrictions. It's definitely rare, as they originally said. They didn't really talk about it later, but it's definitely a very rare chance to actually get one. It's a 1% drop chance, and you can only earn 1 Transmog token per week from any elite chest. So you're not easily going to get a full set from this. This is maybe a nice bonus if you want to unlock another weapon. You have like 5 tokens and you want to have weapon skin along with that or something, but it's not going to be easy to come by. At least it's going to be grindy with a 1% chance. 100 elite chests is not something that most people will want to farm most of the time, even though I'm sure this will give people some incentive to do elite runs. And then there is also the in-game store option. Again, no mention of Twitch Prime here. But with the in-game store, we have 1 Transmog token for 2,500 marks, 2 Transmog tokens for 5,000, and the more relevant parts here are 5 Transmog tokens for 10,000 marks, and 10 Transmog tokens for 20,000 marks. So if you go for the 10 Transmog tokens, even for the 5 Transmog tokens, I think if I found the right currency exchange values, then that's slightly less than $2 per Transmog token. Or for 5 tokens, you pay slightly less than $10, which is kind of comparable to most skins in other games, I guess. It's kind of like $10 per skin, slightly less than $10 per skin. That's what many skins in many games are going for, at least the good-looking skins. And if you're doing your own thing with Transmog, then I'm hoping you're going to choose something good-looking or intentionally bad-looking. So yeah, it's a middle price point, I would say. It's definitely not the most expensive way this could have gone. It's also not the cheapest way this could have gone, obviously, but yeah, somewhere in between. Technically, you only need 5 for a full armor set, but obviously if you're using weapons, if you're using a shield, then you can need a maximum of 8 per set. So it can get quite pricey depending, but then you also have a few other tokens from other places that you can add on top of that. So usually you'll probably not need much more than the 10,000 marks of fortune at least, if you want to buy them in the first place. Then there's some questions here. Can I transmog skins across different weight, weapon, and apparel types? This is basically the same as every other skin. The moment you convert something from a normal piece of armor into a transmog skin, it's a skin. So you can apply it to any armor as long as it's the same piece. So you can apply any helmet skin, any helmet skin that you get to any helmet that you use, effectively. And that's same with the weapons. Again, it has to be the same weapon type. You can't make your musket look like a sword, but other than that, very standard stuff. How skins have always worked. And all tiers and rarities are eligible for transmog. So even some like low-level gear that has some pretty unique cool looks could be used for transmog. How do skin dyes work with transmog? Now this is something that they only partially answer. They say you can use any consumable dye to change the color of your transmog skin. The underlying piece of gear and the transmog version can have different appearances. For example, you can dye a helmet after changing its appearance, so you're dyeing the transmog version, but that helmet will go back to its original color when you remove the transmog skin. What they don't explain here is what happens with the dye if you remove the transmog, if it stays on that particular transmog, which I would hope, because otherwise you'd have to go through a lot of dye. And if it stays on that transmog, then what does that mean if you want to have the same transmog outfit but different color choices? If you have an outfit that you really like, but you want to have a white version of it and a black version. Okay, we don't have black dye, but dark brown, closest thing to it. Is that possible, or do you have to decide and then you're stuck with one of them until you dye it? Again, because, yeah, that's not really explained here. I'm curious how that's going to work out. Likely, from what it sounds like, you're going to be stuck with one option. And then, again, here, transmog tokens and skins are available account-wide, which is very nice. Which is how it should be as well, because that's how all other skins work as well. So, yeah, your Smurfs will, or your alts will immediately be able to access all of the other skins. Overall, good news, surprisingly quick here. Happy to hear this, happy to see this. And yeah, we'll have fun with transmog, and I will have fun cleaning out that storage, finally. That's really the biggest deal about this. I'm probably gonna use one skin set, but I'm gonna clear out so many other sets that I hypothetically would maybe use one day. So yeah, exciting times ahead. That's it for today. I have another video coming up tomorrow that was originally meant to come out today, but now we're doing this, which is going to be about the whole monetization topic and the expansion. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing and clicking the bell. Also, if you'd like to support me further, you can do so on Patreon, where a lot of people already support me, and you can see their names right here. So thanks to these lovely fellas, and thank you for watching. Duke Sloth, out.